Welcome back to our full-time van life adventure as we search for interesting, cheap, and pretty things to do and see, this time along the shores of Lake Erie. Like a nice spot.
Yeah. Right on Lake Erie. This is the third Great Lake we've been to. Lake Erie, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario.
And we have been here before. This
Still counts.
It was raining at the campground we left this morning, but now it's cleared up a little bit, which is nice. We drove to Erie, which was about an hour north of the campground. We went to the library, which we were at last year when we did our big trip west. This was one of our first stops. We did some work at the library, and then we drove out to a state park here. What is it? Presque?
I can't pronounce it.
Oh, I'm going to have to look it up. I'm not sure where we are. Now, well, Kitty's got to check things out. Right now, she's staring at the seat. That's very interesting, huh, Kitty? What do you see out there? Huh? Oh, there's people. Oh, boy. I just double-checked the map. This is Presque Isle State Park, I believe is how you say it. The water in front of us is actually Presque Isle Bay. And then we're on a little jetty peninsula type thing that goes out here. Probably another 10 minutes or so more before it gets to the end. The other side of that is actually technically Lake Erie.
Presque. Presque.
Close. Kitty's like, I don't care where we are. I'm just going to go back to sleep. And it's dinner time. Time to cook the dinner. Starting to get a little dark here since we finished our dinner. So we're going to quick do a little drive up the peninsula of this park and see what we can see. So right now we are driving with downtown Erie across the water. That's where we were last year. There's a pier out there and a little tower that we had spent some time on. And now we're doing a loop around the end of the peninsula here.
All right. Well, our first stop is going to be the Presque Isle Lighthouse.
Otherwise known as the Presque Isle Lighthouse, if my pronunciation is correct. Let's go see the Presque Isle Lighthouse. So we didn't actually know anything about this lighthouse, but apparently you can do tours and go up to the top during the week. And there's also a little welcome center and gift shop here. But it's actually 7:30 at night right now, so none of that's open. But it's fun to see the lighthouse. And now we're gonna go check out the lake. This is pretty. There's a whole group of birds out here. They were just over here on the sand, and then they all went out in the water. I don't know what kind they are. They almost look like loons. It'd be nice to know what kind of birds they were, or are. rain coming in. I love seeing that in the background. That's so cool. Look at the cool little stones that are on this beach. Are you going to build a sand castle?
Yep.
Aww. Ah, smash! Tell them what you were gonna do.
I was gonna carry that up with water to rinse our feet off.
I saw that.
But the bucket's got a big old hole in it.
I saw that too. We're now on to plan B. Sweeping off the feet. Well, that was fun, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Very pretty beach and not many people on it. Good morning, you guys. We're at Cracker Barrel in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's the second night we've stayed here. I know some of you wonder if we go in and eat at Cracker Barrel's, and we certainly try, but it's definitely not practical for us to do it every time we stay at Cracker Barrel, or we'd be spending a lot of money and we'd be getting really fat. So this morning we actually have food we need to use up. We had a lot of fruit that we bought when we were with family recently, and it's gonna go bad if we don't use it. So this morning we're making pancakes with blueberries, and we're gonna get ready to go to Planet Fitness soon. Thankfully, we are finally getting better. We have just a little bit of a cough, so maybe think of it. I was just starting to cough a little bit. We only have a little bit of coughs left. We haven't been coughing in the night as much. Feels so good to be getting healthy again, because that cold and cough stuff has been hanging on. It's lasted, is it over 3 weeks now?
3.5 for me.
Yeah. So
I still have a little bit, just a tiny bit in my chest, but
yeah, it's been crazy.
A lot better than it was.
Yeah, so last night we both slept through the night without coughing, but the night before I actually had several coughing fits. That's been hard, so we're definitely glad to be getting past that and on to new adventures soon. Breakfast is looking good. And Steve's instant coffee.
Actually, this is day-old coffee from Panera Bread.
Yeah, so yesterday was what we call a normal day, where we just do boring stuff. We got up, made some breakfast. I think we took our sweet old time. We've been sleeping a lot more lately since we've been sick. Then we headed to Panera, right? No, we went thrift store shopping in the morning. Steve desperately needs shorts. His shorts are pretty old and they've been dying one by one. When we were at that Legacies Alive picnic, we were walking down the hill, just got to the picnic where everybody was, and I looked over, his shorts were down almost to his knees. The zipper had broken. So we went to the thrift stores yesterday looking for some clothes, especially shorts for Steve. Then we went to Panera to do work pretty much for the rest of the day. Then in the evening we went back to the state park, I think it's Presque State Park, to make dinner and walk around a little bit. And, oh, and I forgot, we also went to Aldi before going to the park, where we realized I lost one of my shoes. One of my very important shoes. My Crocs sandals that I wear when I take showers, and when I wear them at the beach, and when we walk a lot. So we had to go back and search for that lost sandal. You just chilling out, kitty girl?
You did some good pancakes. Thanks, Steve. You're welcome, Steve. Where'd you learn how to make pancakes? High school? You had a class in high school on how to make pancakes? I was in the remedial class. That makes sense.
That felt good to get a shower and to work out. We have not worked out probably over 3 weeks because of the cough flu we've had. So it's good to be getting back in the groove. And Steve has done some laundry. Hi. Wash this shirt and his new shorts. So we have left Erie, Pennsylvania, and we are heading back to New York now. We're going to spend some time along Lake Erie, though, and head towards Buffalo. Look at this spoiled kitty with a special little bed.
You can tell that we're driving right along Lake Erie. At times you can see it through all the trees. And it looks like there is a lot of vineyards around here.
I have to say how impressed I am by the sheer volume of vineyards here. All of these fields and fields of grapes. I grew up in the Finger Lakes where there's a lot, but I think this area blows that away. We have passed so many fields. Case in point, right here. They're on both sides of the road, all along this whole stretch.
Turn left onto 1st Street, then your destination will be on the left.
Alright, well, we're checking out this spot because it was listed on iOverlander as a possible overnight spot right by the water. So that's a nice little spot, but there's another spot that was also on iOverlander that's really close here, and a lighthouse and some other things, so we're just going to drive up the road a little bit to check it out. Yeah. So I guess this is the other spot where people have parked overnight. Huh. Although if we park right here, we can actually see the water while we're in the van. We don't have to go out trucking our food out. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Lunchtime. Look, there's a swan out there. Alright. Here's your sandwich.
Ham sandwich. My entertainment for lunch is all these little goose and duck butts.
It's so funny how they're sticking them all up in the air like that. It almost looks like little orca whales everywhere. So we were just sitting here, and I'm pretty sure that we've spotted an eagle out on the breakwater. Right? It's not an osprey, right? It's got a white head.
I don't know what else it could be.
It doesn't look quite like an eagle though, does it? Maybe it's a young eagle?
He looks like looks like his feathers are all wet.
Yeah, so that was definitely an eagle. We saw him fly away. We could see the white tail and the white head as he flew that way. I got some pictures, but it's always tough for me to get pictures of something when it's flying, so we'll see how they turn out. That was pretty cool.
Head south toward New York 5 East, then turn right onto New York 5 West.
Time to get some work done at the library. As we work on the road, we end up visiting a lot of libraries to take advantage of free Wi-Fi and power. We run across large libraries, small libraries, some with great Wi-Fi, some with not so great Wi-Fi, and some that are really interesting, including this one with its beautiful architecture and really neat artifacts.
Free coffee.
All right, well, another library closed down. That was a pretty cool library.
It was.
And we discovered that here in Barcelona, New York, there's an event going on tonight. It's what, First Friday?
First Friday, I think is what they call it.
So that's something that we like to discover when we're in a new place, local events going on.
Actually, I think this town is called Westfield. We're just a couple miles outside of Barcelona, New York.
Now you know. So we just got dunked.
Down New Orleans,
Look, there's even free samples from a local restaurant.
Hey, Basin Street, oh, it's the street where the E-League always be. In New Orleans, it's the land of dreams. You'll never know how nice it seems, just how much it really means.
Well, that was kind of fun. Unexpected little treat. They blocked off maybe about a block. And a lot of vendors. I think the band was the best part.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
And the old fire truck.
Got to sample a couple things. That's a nice little treat. Anyway,
And Steve got to see little puppies.
yeah. Now we're back, gonna go back to the pier that we were at earlier today and make some dinner.
And see if we can park overnight with no knock. So we just left town, heading back to our spot, hopefully for the overnight, and we went by a factory. It says Welch's. That makes perfect sense. All these grape fields, vineyards we've seen, makes sense they'd make grape juice or jelly here. This is pretty neat right here because back in here, it's all some rock cliffs along the lake. That's pretty. And it's a perfect time of day now as the sun's going down. So I've been talking about all the vineyards we've been seeing. Even here at the pier, there's grapes. So apparently this is the Concord Grape Belt. So tonight, here by the water, we're having some leftovers. And I'm also cooking up some pasta because I have some ingredients I need to use up. I've got some black olives and tomatoes, so I'm going to make a little, I guess it's maybe like a Greek pasta salad. And we have no other fresh vegetables, so I guess tonight we're having raw carrots and maybe some tomatoes. Alright, I've got my extended workspace here over the sink. And here is my pasta salad. Some waterfalls. We enjoyed this beautiful summer evening with the soothing sounds of water and the soft shifting colors of sunset that reached across the sky and reflected on the water. Then we got settled into the van for the night. Tune in next time to see if we get the dreaded knock at this beautiful boondocking spot, or if we get eaten alive by all these bugs. Yikes. Is this the Twilight Zone?